Obviously, a lot of people are gassing up Battlefield 6's destruction. How does it compare to Battlefield 2042? I played a bit of 2042. I don't know how well it actually compares. I did start to watch this, and it looked pretty decent of a video. So let's take a look at it here. I know it's lagging. Hold on. I think I got to pause this. And I'll up the quality. So he's shooting into the ground. He shoots a nade launcher into the ground. We do have a bit of destruction. The rocks are disappearing there over time. Okay. And already we're getting some bullet holes. And now I'm curious what the settings were that he was using on this 2042 gameplay. I don't know if he disclosed that. Now here's a nade launcher. And I didn't try this, but that's a decent little crater. But I did see if you put a C4, maybe it depended on the dirt that you were on too, but it would actually put a crater in the ground that you could then lay into. I did see somebody do that on that peak snowy map that you climbed up.
Stone Hype.
Reader is a woman who did it? Okay, my bad. Yeah, I didn't read anything. So, good comms. The CAD woman. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even look who it was from yet. There we go. I actually was on her squad during the event. She was the sniper. Popping off, I will say. Putting a spawn beacon down. Playing some good, proper roles. Yeah, okay. Heck yeah, my bad. I didn't even look at who did it yet. My bad. Yeah, good comms chat. This is a great video idea, though. This is awesome. This is pretty much the exact same vehicle, by the way, as what was in 2042. Oh, my goodness, dude. I mean, just look at that side by side.
Thoughts on the destruction? Better ton 2042, but it's not that good. You hit a wall, the whole thing comes down instead of sections. Lazy
That's
with
still
rubble.
pretty good. So, yeah, to your point, it's not making this disappear and disintegrate into nothing, right?
An example of what I mean is, I have an M4 carbine with a 3218 scope with offset red dot. I would be super disappointed if I couldn't recreate in-game.
Interesting. So you want every attachment to be on every gun kind of thing. You want to put a crazy-ass scope on your M4. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a thing. We had limitations in what was available to us for the attachments on the game. It did seem like it was more specific to the actual weapon. But this is what I was talking about for my concerns, and I recorded a video of it last night. It's going to be up probably tomorrow. But I'm curious of what the progression for the game is going to be like. You know, are you going to have to grind every individual gun? Do you get a attachment unlocked that'll work for all the different guns? You just unlock attachments? I don't know what this is going to be. That's one of my bigger concerns for it. Wang Raid also, the Fixate fam. Welcome. So this is back on 2042. You can shoot the lights out. Wow, even I didn't think that one was going to blow. Wow. Yeah, and to the point of like, all right, you shoot a wall. Let's see. I'm sure we'll see some examples of the destruction here. What is that, like an electricity box or something? Looks like sparks are flying out of it, but I don't know if it's because it's just metal.
Stone, happy BF6 Eve. Quick question. Will the codes I have from the reveal work for the closed beta?
The reveal. Yeah, if you got a code during the reveal, that's for the early access beta. If you did, like, if you were watching Twitch streams and got a code from that, you don't need one. Look at that. She's just blowing up the AC units. But see, that's kind of a micro level of destruction, because if you also shoot an RPG at that wall, the whole wall will crumble down. Now, to somebody's point in chat, it's not, if you keep pumping RPGs into that wall, it's not like that whole building will then come down, but there is some surface level destruction. So maybe it's not destructible enough for a lot of you guys. You want full destruction. They are calling it tactical destruction in this game, where it's kind of replicable destruction. I love this, though, that you can just shoot the blinds out.
Stonu.
And this is actually practical for gameplay as well.
Stonu.
Forget the name of the map. I'm still bad with the names of them. But the one that was kind of more of a bluish map with all the alleyways. It wasn't like the main street like Cairo, but it was a smaller one. That one had a lot of second floors you can go up into that we played domination and deathmatch on, and you could just like, even if there's a planter in front of it, there's a window shade. You can just blow the whole thing open and then start shooting at it. Opens up new line of sight. I feel like that's super cool. That's something they've kind of tested with COD at one point where they had like certain walls that were destructible. I think a lot of people won't like that from the COD community who like their dedicated lanes and everything that they can't, they can manipulate and use to their advantage where they know line of sights are blocked or whatever. But it's kind of fun to be able to open it up too. And map resets, keeps coming back up, etc. Why is this lagging so much? Here we go. The wood stuff I noticed is super destructible. Still pretty good. That disappeared. That's pretty good. Kind of altered the sandbags a bit, right? Yeah. Yeah, definitely altered them. They were gone in the second C4. C5, it's called in this game. I think it's called C4 in Battlefield 6, so. Detonate charge. Maybe it doesn't even have a name like that. Everything's being destroyed, though, that you would expect to be destroyable. So see, with this destruction in 2042, it destroys it, which looks good, but then it's just also just disappears. And I think the difference with the tactical destruction, we'll see what happens in this next one here. If she blows up a wall, it will actually leave rubble on the ground as well. You know what I noticed too? I think another one should blow that, right? It seems like the buildings' interiors are a lot more empty in this. I feel like there's more actual minute detail from what I saw running through the buildings. It seemed like there was a lot, like we were running through a shower area. This is just an empty building. I'd have to really watch it a little bit more, though. So look at this, dude. And you know what? There's more screen shake, which I don't know if I like that either. But see how it leaves the rubble on the ground? Did it do that in the last one? That, I will say, was not much rubble. But the rubble comes down, and then it seems to just disappear on this. Because now this looks pretty clean. Considering we had a whole building destroyed, the ground is pretty clean here. The empty buildings make it feel like a paintball arena even.
Nice to unlock attachments per weapon class, like a scope unlocked with assault unlocks for other assault rifles.
Yeah. Well, COD tried that a bit for some of their games. I don't know what the level of theirs is going to be. You know what's a very interesting idea that comes to my head looking at this as well, now that we know that there's ladders in the game too. What if you put a ladder up to here, and then laddered up to here, and then laddered up to here? And you got up to the top of the map. It was cosmetic rubble there. It does leave some more debris on the ground than the last one. But I don't know. This looks more than cosmetic to me because you could also get into these buildings. So you're just taking out all their cover. In one of the early playtests that I got to do, I literally went into a second floor corner building like this, and I was camping up here, and it was before all the destruction was like fully flushed out. So one of the buildings broke, and I had like a slit in the floor, and I was just able to shoot through it. And I abused the hell out of that. But I haven't seen that. It does look like it's all or nothing. Like the whole thing comes down. It's not like a partial hole is just left there. That would be destruction like Rainbow Six Siege, right? Where it's like you just punch a hole in the wall. Unless there's a window, it seems like the whole building comes down. Or the whole floor, the whole wall. Which may play a bit better, but oh my goodness, dude. Look at that one. Make a dream work. So this floor is still there. You can still use it, but now there's no cover up there. You can still use the second floor. But But the big difference between a Battlefield map and a Siege map is that Siege is all interior and just like one building typically, even if it's a very large building. Battlefield is massive scale and 32-32. So I don't know if they could even do that. I don't know. Just do the destruction the same as Bad Company 2. I feel like this is similar to that. Although Bad Company 2, you could completely floor the buildings. Like, so in that one, the next C4, not all of them, but there was some that you could completely level the buildings. And to be fair, we did see that. On that Snowy Peak map on Domination, I was able to completely floor a map. This is much better. Well, this has way more visuals around it, too. I think this is more immersive of destruction while still keeping some of the massive destruction that Bad Company 2 had. I don't know, though. I didn't play Bad Company 2 as much as probably most of you guys. Holy jeez, you guys are sending some stuff here. Hold on, let me catch up in a minute. So that one, she just put 3 C4s, one on each side. One of them was on that brick wall left. That one didn't even break anything. So it was just this interior wall that crumbled. All of that rubble disappeared. This is really good to see. This is a great video. This is back on 2042 now. Debris disappears after a while. Yeah, that's what I was seeing as well. Turn this up a little bit for us. Here's some of the sounds of the game as well. Now, that was sick. And you know what's even crazier? If there's a player underneath that, they're dead. So you can use this kind of to their point of being tactical destruction. You can use it for a purpose. I feel like more so, though, realistically, when I'm playing, it's going to be something that, like, I'm not just going to go over and put C4 randomly on this wall, unless maybe they're going to come that way. I pre-C4 it. They start running over. Somebody dead. Dude, that would be sick.
Much love.
You pre-play some C4 in a rush game. They start running down the lane. Topple it down and kill them all. That's going to be a clip. Yo, when that clip happens, send it to me. But, yeah, I think realistically, it's just going to be like you're playing a tank. You're trying to hit something. You miss. It hits the building behind. The crumble, the building behind goes down. That looks sick. That's realistically what I think is going to happen. Some rubble stays on the ground and builds up. I'm guessing that won't break it open. Way more than I thought. I don't believe you can even go into that building. That's why I thought, like, maybe this is just edge of map area. This side didn't explode. There was a C4 here, but it didn't explode. This corner side did, and it still did damage the wall of it. Quite a bit of the rubble disappeared there, too. Trees don't budge. Okay, the RPG got the one behind it somehow. That's interesting. It's back to 2042 again. What did that say? That's a good-looking palm tree, bro.
Classic system from BF3
that
where
palm
every
tree looks
10
way
kills
better.
Gets a new attachment. Boring, sure, but it's a better system than anything attempted this last decade.
Yeah, I'm honestly, that's not the worst thing in the world to me. It's not my favorite. I like that it's clearer than what, like, COD does, where they're like, here's the generic amount of XP that you can't actually see how much XP that you're getting. That also, when you turn double XP on, it doesn't actually give you double XP. It gives you 1.3 times XP, and you can never figure out what the F is going on. I do like the idea of it just being, like, 10 kills. 10 kills gives you attachment because you can track that. The problem is that if you got 10 kills and you have AI in the game and you're trying to use, like, AI to just play a custom game of zombies or something, which is what happened at the beginning of 2042, I created a custom mode for that. 4 zombies, and it completely ruined the entire level up system. Some people got mad at me. Some people were really happy at me. They're like, yo, I got my gun mastered in fucking 10 minutes, so I was done. But, you know, I gotta say, look how much better this tree looks, though. Oops, what did I just do? There we go. Than previously. Like, that's a good palm tree upgrade. Maybe it's a different type of palm tree, but that looks like a damn good palm tree right there, right? Or maybe it's a different type of tree as a whole. That looks a little bit more crazy, but anyways. Oh, it chopped it down! This is better.
I think VF Destruction is more cinematic and enhances the playing experience rather than being tactical, although it can be used for your advantage.
I don't think 2042 is bad by any means, but it looks way more cartoony. And again, I don't know if it's the settings. Like, maybe it's just we're on ultra settings versus lower settings for this. Does she mention it here? Let's see. Destruction comparison brings a massive destruction to the franchise, improve the series. The van in 2042 was so sad. The level of like what they're bringing, the cinema to the new one looks insane. Wasn't Hardline pretty cartoony? Yeah. Dude, driving over the cars, that looks sick. Look how flattened it, too. I never noticed this when I was playing. I never really looked for it. Just runs over the tree. That looked pretty good. Oh, that was an awesome video. Definitely go sub, go check out video from Cadwoman. I'm going to link it into the chat here. I'll put it in the description as well. That was a really good video. That was a really good comparison. To see those side by side. That is freaking awesome. And that was kind of, I mean, that was just kind of a taste of it, I'd say. We still got to see everything else. And you know what, too, wasn't included there was like the vehicle destruction. We saw a clip of that yesterday. Actually, I'll show you guys again if you didn't see this. It was from, I think it was from Stade. Rage, Anti-Air, The Mine, Ragdoll. No, I think it was this one. We don't even need. Bro, look at this destruction. Okay? And this isn't necessarily map destruction, so it's kind of a different category, but watch this.
Right, push up, boys. Smoke.
We don't even need to. We don't even need to. Just hold.
The jet's coming in. The dude's coming in for a strafe. He's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just hold. Just hold. What can they
like
do?
Like that, dude. Is that not
push up, boys.
sick?
Smoke.
We don't even need to. We don't even need
The flames coming out of the jet, the smoke trailing after it, the spiral down, and then it hits and like
Oh my god.
shake. I'm sure he has shake down minimized. Usually players do, but like that's.
Push up, boys. Smoke.
We don't even need to. We don't
You don't even see like the carcass bouncing off of it or anything. It just boom.
He's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just hold. Just hold.
That's pretty sick,
What can they
right? That's pretty sick. Okay, I think there was one other thing that I wanted to look at here. Let me play a little gameplay while we find the next. GG go next. Let me catch up as well with holy yo Rig. Thank you for the 8 months as well. It's looking good. Few bugs and glitches from day one. I mean, the biggest bugs that I saw was the tanks flipping in the air. The ragdolls, which I don't think those are glitches. I like the ragdolls. I really like the ragdolls, actually. I kind of hope those all stay. It's shaping up nicely. Yeah, hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully the beta delivers. Hopefully what they're saying for launch delivers. Zach, thank you for the 5 as well, my good sir. One thing that'll instantly kill the hype for me is the arbitrary attachment restrictions. Yeah, okay. And he was discussing, like, being able to put a sniper optic on an M4. A lot of the gun customization, that's something I think that actually Delta Force does really good. You can customize those, like, pretty unbelievably, attachment-wise. You can build something crazy with that. I don't think it's going to be that level of customization in this game, though. Jeremy, thank you for the 5 as well. Gunmage, welcome. Muskie, welcome. M67, welcome. Lanky, as well as OSS updates. Thank you for the 5er. I think we covered the destruction pretty good, though. Let's see. What do you say? Better than 24, but not that good. You hit a wall, the whole thing comes down instead of sections. Lazy with rubble. Yeah, a lot of the rubble was disappearing there. I think for the purpose of what I would expect from it, it's good enough for me. But we got to see what the rest of the maps are. What if this is the best that it possibly gets, and then the other maps are not as good? I don't know. Some of the trailer stuff from Operation Firestorm looks sick. Like, hold on, let me see if actually I can find it. Battlefield 6 multiplayer trailer. I think it was about midway through his Firestorm. So look at this canister here. I'm trying to picture the map in my head. I don't think these are the same. I think these were slightly different looks to what this was. I don't know if they were these cylinders. But the top blows off of them there. It's been so long since I've seen Firestorm. What map is this? Dude, there's pyramids in the back. This is a different map. This is not Firestorm here.
Teamwork make a dream work.
This looks pretty big, though. You know what I hope, though? Like, okay, you see this building get destroyed. The chopper goes in it. This is like a fully destroyed one, I bet. Where they already destroyed all the walls and everything. I doubt that we're going to see, like, the full building come down. So maybe that would be the disappointment for some people. Maybe there is a world where the building fully comes down. I kind of doubt it, though. Like, Siege of Shanghai, building fall, that must have taken so much work to do because it totally changes the whole entire map when that building comes down. You know what I mean? Do you think they would have a whole building be destroyed like that? We didn't see it so far, and they didn't gas it. Usually I base it off of if they gas for that.
On switching to multi-platform
that's how you can tell.
Streaming.
Bro, I didn't even check. Is today my 1 year? Guys, yeah, somebody asked earlier, how long have I been on Twitch, too? I'm 1 year. Today, I think, is my 1 year since coming back. Tyler, thank you for the 5 months as well. I don't even know how to read your name, but my good sir, appreciate you. War crimes taking out the AC units in this weather. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.